Hey folks, it's Dave back playing some regular season basketball. This game is really growing on me. I just like this game. And the biggest thing about this game is that after you roll the dice to figure out the score for that 3 minute segment, you move on to the stats. And you can keep as many, as few, or even no stats if you want when you play this game. And it doesn't affect anything. And that's what I really like about this. And I talk about shootout hockey a lot, how I don't always keep all the penalties for the players. I just sometimes just want to get a final score and I want goals and assists. And it doesn't affect the game. This game does the same thing. Is that you get your final score and you can do as many or as few stats as you like, and it doesn't affect the game at all. You can play it the way you want to play it, and that's what makes a game really great. First things first, my disclaimer, this is not a tutorial for this game. I may not be playing this correctly. I may be playing some of my own rules in this. I may be playing things a little bit differently to make it fun for me, but that's the idea behind these games, is to make it fun for you. So I just like to put that out there, that it's quite possible that I'm not playing this exactly by the rules. That all being said, after you watch this video, you should have a pretty good idea on how this game is played. And I try to point out some of the things I do differently anyway, or some of the things I leave out as much as possible, because it is a very in-depth game if you want it to be. Before I get going into the game, though, I do want to mention a couple things. The game creator, Mako, reached out to me. Thank you so much. And he wanted me to point out a couple of things about the game. He says this game has been going since 2010, so it's about 10 years old. This game has been in production. And a couple things. First, he says names are not put at random in the chart. So in my previous video, I showed how to put names into the score sheet or the spreadsheet, and that you need to go in order that you see them on the first roll and the second roll, going down the line. Because it's important, because the players at the top that you encounter first, those are going to get the more points allocated to them and also more playing time minutes. So it's very important that you put the names in order in the chart as you see them. It's not a random order. And obviously, points scored must match the field goals and the free throws attempted in that column. So let's just say you rolled a 3-4 at 7 points. When you read that column, it's going to show you how those 7 points are allocated. So that's very important, and they do a very good job of that in this game. A couple other things he wanted me to mention is that the number of offensive rebounds cannot exceed the number of missed field goals in each row. So that would make sense. So if you miss 2 field goals, you can't get 3 offensive rebounds if you only took those 2 shots. Also, the assist man cannot be the scoring player in each row. So, for example, you cannot have Magic Johnson with 2 assists if the same Magic Johnson had scored the 2 lone baskets in a column. Just the math wouldn't add up. So keep that in mind as well. And also, as in real basketball, when a player is on the court, he collects stats in all categories, not just a few. And this is specifically important for the bench players. So where possible, you will see the same name repeated in the same row for several types of stats, because it's not realistic to see 0 field goal attempts and 12 rebounds by the same player unless it was Dennis Rodman, as he says. So the above is to explain how much work and study is put into the team charts and how long and difficult it is to rate a complete season without any mistakes. And he says also the testing phase is very important as well. So because it's not an automatic procedure, it's why they don't offer all the seasons in basketball history. So he's only got a few seasons up there. So a lot of work goes into creating this and trying to make this work. So good job to those guys, and he wanted me to mention that. All right, on to the game. So we're playing 1971-72 Lakers versus the Buffalo Braves. Admittedly, I don't know much about the Lakers, and I know nothing about the Braves. They are my new favorite team, only because they were terrible and they don't exist anymore. And I like the defunct teams and I like the bad teams. So we're going to play this today. What I might do is start off with the game. I might pause this and zip to the end a little bit, but let's see how that goes. Let's see how fast I can play this game. I'm just going to keep track of points because that's what's fun for me. Okay, I'm not going to do assists and rebounds and block shots and all that. And I'm not going to use the close game factor. I don't think we'll need it in this game. I think the Lakers should blow out the Braves. And also, I'm not going to use the rest shot option. I'm going to just put in the first 10 guys that come up on my list, and those will be the 10 players in this game. Again, just how I do it. You can manually figure out which 10 are going to play and put them in order as you see them, or you can let the charts figure it out. But I'm just going to go with the first 10 that I come up on, because there is a way that on your first dice roll, you can go to the rest chart to see who plays in the game. And then actually there's a little modification too, is how many points you would gain or lose by certain players not playing. I'm going to keep it simple, though. Again, I'm going to keep it simple for me. I'm just going to go with the first 10 guys in the row, because being a casual basketball fan, this is all I need. At some point, I might get into all the rules and do everything perfectly correct, but for me today, I'm just having some fun with it. So over here, as you can see, I got my dice rolls at the bottom, the Lakers at the top, the Braves at the bottom, 2 6-sided dice. And let's start rolling. Oh, and I already have my modifications in here. So as you can see, the Lakers on the road were +8 on the offense, and the Buffalo Braves defense was -3, so they gave me a +5. So I had 5 points in the column over here, so you can see the modified column. I've added +5. And then on the Braves, they were -10. So yeah, unfortunately, I had to put in -10 over here. So at some point, I will add a basket, and I will take away baskets, and I will add a free throw over here as well. So let's start playing here. So here's the first roll of the game. So 35. 35. That gives us 8 points. So column 3-5. Robinson is 3 for 5. So Robinson is 3 for 5. West is 1 for 3. 1 for 3. And there are no free throws, but let me continue on. So West has a rebound, Robinson has a rebound, West has an assist, and Robinson has it. So there's only 2 names in this column, so that's where we end off. So it's 8 points for the Lakers. Now, 2 and 5. So the Braves keeping it close early on. They get 7 points. Let's see who get the points for the Braves. So I go to column 2-5. So I have E. Bryant. Bryant. And in column 2-5, E. Bryant he's 1 for 3. E. Smith is 2 for 2. And then finally, in column 2-5, E. Bryant is 1 for 1 from the free throw line. And then I have Smith, Bryant, Hazard. He would have an assist, and Kaufman with an assist. I think Kaufman was their big guy, actually, Bob Kaufman. So those are the 4 names that I come across for the Braves in that column. So now let's roll again. Now, again, if you were using the rest chart, you would look at 8 for the Lakers and 7 for the Braves, and that would tell you who was sitting on the bench in that game. But again, I'm playing the first 10 that come up. Again, this is a homebrew rule for me, and this is what's fun for me. So here we go. 55, another big 6 minutes for the Lakers, so that gives them 10 points. So column 55, I have West is 1 for 3. So that's 2 for 6. Goodrich is 3 for 6. So we add him. Goodrich, not the tire, but the player. Hairston is 2 for 2 from the free throw line. So Hairston is 2 for 2 from the free throw line. We have Hairston. Then we have Ellis, who got a rebound. Goodrich and West. So it's the same guys so far for the Lakers. All right, so now a 34. So that's a 7 minus 2 is 5. So what we do here is we have to subtract the basket to get us to 5 points. So I go to column 3-4. So Hilton is a new guy. 3-4. Hilton is 1 for 4. And then in column 3-4, R. Smith is 2 for 2. So R. Smith, instead of being 2 for 2, it's going to be 1 for 2, because we got to take away the basket. We got to take away the -2. I believe that's how it goes. Hazard is 1 for 2 from the line. So that should get us our 7 points. So yeah, so now we have 12 points. And let's continue on. Kaufman, R. Smith, and Hazard. So no new names on the list as of yet. So we've played 6 minutes, 18-12, Lakers lead. Let's roll again. Ooh, not a good section here for the Lakers. but they get 3, but we add 2, so that gives us 5. So what we need to do here is look at column 2-1 for the Lakers. So Riley is new. So Riley is 0 for 2, but because we add the 2 modifier there, we give him 1 to make him 1 for 2. So he would pick up that modified basket because he's in the column to the left. So continuing on with column 2-1, Erickson is a new name. Erickson was 1 for 2. And West was 1 for 2 from the free throw line. So that should get us our 23 points, including the basket that we added. So I think that's how it's done. Now let's move on to the Braves. 4 for 5. That gives them 9 points. There's no modification. That's pretty good, though. They're right back in this one, 23-21, so they're playing pretty well at home. So let's go to column 4-5 for the Braves. So we have Hoskett is 1 for 3. Is 1 for 3. Hazard is 3 for 4. And then E. Smith is 1 for 2 from the line. And let's check out the rest of the names on column 4-5. Hoskett, I got Hilton and Smith. E. Smith. Yep, I have them all. So I don't add any new names, so I haven't got up to my 10 players yet. So, all right. So 23-21 is the last roll of the first quarter. Let's see what happens here. Oh, boy. Not good. The Lakers not playing well at all. So they get 3 points here. Let's see column 2-1 again. Column 2-1, Riley 0 for 2. Erickson 1 for 2. And West 1 for 2 from the line. We already had that. 1 for 2 from the line. And I think since I've already had that, there's no new name. So, yeah. So, wow. So, a good chance here for the Braves. Yes, they score 9 points. Wow, the Braves take the lead. The last place Braves are sticking it to the Lakers right now. So, let's take a look at 5-4. 5-4, we have Hummer is 2 for 4. Hilton 2 for 4. And M. Davis. We have another Davis. M. Davis is 1 for 2 from the line. And then we have E. Smith, J. Hummer, and Hazard. So no new names. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So only one more name to add, and the Braves will have their 10 men. That's how we'll do that. All right, so after the first quarter, we have a shocker going on here. It is 30-26. So let's roll the dice. 35. So that's 8 points. Column 3-5, F. Robinson on 35 is 3 for 5. So 3 for 5 again, so 6 for 10. And then J. West, 1 for 3. Column 35, there's no West Robinson. So that's it. Okay. So that's it for the Lakers. And 1-3. Oh, not a good start here. That's only 4 points. And let's allocate those 4 points in column 1-3. Hoskett is 0 for 1. R. Smith, 2 for 3. So 2 for 3. And then E. Smith 0 for 2 from the line. Anybody else in column 1-3 that I don't have? Smith and Bryant. No, everybody else I have. All right, so why is this not adding up? What did I do wrong? I did something wrong here because I got a 35 over here. Damn it. Okay, folks, I'm back. I found my error. I was all upset with myself that I made a mistake, but I ended up putting M. Davis. I put him in field goals instead of free throws, and that's why I was off. So we're back on track. Sorry about that. It's early in the morning, still haven't had my coffee yet. So let's get back to it here. So 34-34, the Braves are hanging tough on this one. So I just got to make sure I put it in the right column. That was my mistake. So let's roll. 52 is 7 points for the Lakers. So column 52, Robinson 0 for 3. Wow, 0 for 3. McMillan, that's a new name. So in 52, is it McMillian or looks like it's McMillian. So in column 5-2, McMillian is 2 for 4. And then in column 5-2 for free throws, Goodrich is 3 for 4. Any other names here? McMillan, Harrison, West. Nope. So that's 41, so that's good. I guess I got to pay attention when I put these things in. And a 61. Wow, Braves hanging around. So that's 7, so they get 5 points here. So column 6-1. R. Smith is 0 for 4. R. Smith is 0 for 4. Hoskett is 2 for 2, but we need to take one away for the -2. So he is 1 for 2. And then E. Smith is 3 for 4 from the free throw line. 4 for 5. That gets me my 39. Yes, it does. Okay. I just got to pay attention more when I do this. So here we go. In the second quarter here, the Braves hanging in there, folks. 2-6 for the Lakers. They're not playing very well right here. So they get 8, and 2 is 10. So in column 2-6, Goodrich is 1 for 4. He's now 2 for 4. So 2 for 4 for Goodrich in column 2-6. McMillian is 2 for 4. 2 for 4. And then finally in 2-6, Robinson is 2 for 2 with free throws. All right, 51 points. That's good. Anybody else in column 2-6 that I don't have on my list? Erickson, Trapp, and Chamberlain. Trapp and wow. So we get Wilt on here finally. He picked up an assist, but I'm not doing the assist. So now 6-4. Oh boy, could they have taken a lead? No, they're still 2 points short. But 6-4 is fantastic. So Hilton, 2 for 5. Hilton, 2 for 5. 2 for 5. Kaufman, 2 for 3. R. Smith, 2 for 2 from the line. And then we have Smith, Garrett, and Kaufman. I don't have Garrett, so he will be the last player. Garrett. Okay. So, 51-49. We have a game. I thought this would be a blowout. This is great. We have a game. Let's go, Braves. And we're going to end the half with a 33 for 6 points. So, let's see in column 3-3. So, Hairston is 0 for 4. Hairston is 0 for 4. McMillian is 2 for 3. So 6 for 11. And the last one in column 3-3 is West is 2 for 2 from the line. So 4 for 6 from the line. Anybody else in 3-3 that don't have Erickson, Chamberlain? Nope. I have everybody. So a 2-5. I think they gain a point on them. Yeah, they trail by a point at the half. Good for the Braves. 2-5. E. Bryant, 1 for 3. So he's now 2 for 6. E. Smith, 2 for 2. And then finally in column 2-5, E. Bryant is 1 for 1 from the line. Any other names in 2-5? Oh, I already have my 10 anyway, so I'm not going to be looking for anybody else. I already have my 10. So, folks, 57-56 at the half. But remember, we got to subtract 6 points for the Braves in the second half. Oh boy! So can they do it? So let's continue on here. It's the Braves and the Lakers. Not good roll for the Lakers to start the third quarter. So 1 for 3 is 4. We add 1, that gives us 5. So we add a free throw, actually. I believe that's how it's done. So in column 1-3 for the Lakers, Chamberlain is 0 for 2. Hairston is 1 for 2. So he is 1 for 6 now. And then McMillan is 2 for 2 on free throws, but I have to add 1, so he's going to be 3 for 3 on free throws, if I'm playing this correctly. I think that's how it goes. So that's the last point we add to the Lakers, so it's going to be a straight roll for them here on in. 7 minus 2 is 5, so in column 16, E. Smith is 1 for 3. E. Smith is 1 for 3. Kaufman is 2 for 2, but we subtract 1, so he is 1 for 2. 1 for 2. And then in column 16, Kaufman is 1 for 1 from the line. So 62-61, still a 1-point game. So now we roll again. 53, boy, it's steady Eddie here, isn't it? Lakers just cannot pull away. They get 8 points. So 53. McMillan, 2 for 3. Then Riley, 1 for 2. And then with free throws, Robinson is 2 for 2. He's been money from the line. And anybody else in that column? McMillan, Harrison, Ellis. No, I got them all. So now, over here we have a 2-6. So they get 8 points as well. Braves, hanging tough. Got to give it to them. The Braves are hanging tough in this one. So let's take a look at 2-6. Garrett is 0 for 2. Kaufman is 3 for 3. Good job. So 6 for 8. And then in column 2-6, M. Davis, 2 for 2 from the line. So he'll be 3 for 4 from the line. Everything's adding up still. Good. Okay. So we continue to roll here in the third quarter. Oh, the Lakers going to finally pull away here. 6 and 3 is 9. That's a very good roll. 63. We got Riley, 2 for 3. Riley, 2 for 3. 2 for 3. Goodrich, 2 for 3. 2 for 3. And then lastly, Chamberlain, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. And again, if you were keeping full stats, you could factor in all the fouls and everything after the fact. I'm just doing points, as I mentioned, but it's all there in this game. It really is. Anybody else? West, Goodrich, McMillan, Erickson. No, I have everybody else on the list. 1-5, not a good roll, especially when we -2. So as you can see, the Lakers pulling away, 79-72. So we're going to go to column 1-5. R. Smith is 2 for 4. R. Smith is 2 for 4. So 2 for 4. M. Davis is 1 for 1. But he's going to be 0 for 1 because we have to subtract the 2 because of the modification in the table to my left over here, right over here, this -2. And then finally in column 1-5, there's nothing else. Warner is new. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, so I can add Warner here to my list because he appears in my my assist chart, but I'm not keeping assists, so he's just kind of a mute point. So let's roll as we end the third quarter now. 1-5. That gets us 6 points for the Lakers. Oh, and I messed up over here too. I got a 73. What did I mess up? I must have been the last roll. I'm getting good at messing up, ain't I? Or was it the roll before that? I like how I keep track so I can go back. So a 2-6. Okay, that's why I messed up Davis again, I think. Why am I messed up over here? Hang on 1 second again. All right, folks, I'm back. I found my mistake. Boy, I tell you, I'm having a hard time without my coffee. So this is a 4. So my numbers over here are correct. It was number over here. I did math wrong. My apologies. Boy, I'm really struggling here with my Excel spreadsheet this morning, ain't I? It's not the game's fault. This is me. This is just Dave being a dummy. So let's continue on here. Let's see. So we have to put in the Lakers here. We have to get them up to 85 points. So we have to go to 1-5 right now. 1-5. Clemens is a new guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Clemens is a new guy. 1-1-5. And Clemens is 0 for 2. And then on 1-5, McMillian is 2 for 2. So 10 for 16. And West is 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 2 for 2. So that should get us our 85. 61 over here. Is good for 7. I got to make sure my math is good because my math has been terrible this morning. 61. R. Smith, 0 for 4. Wow, 0 for 4. So he's 5 for 17. R. Smith is terrible today. Hoskett is 2 for 2. So he's 4 for 8. And then E. Smith is 3 for 4 from the line. So 3 for 4 from the line. Is that correct? That's our 80. 85 to 80. Yeah. So now what we have to do, I'm going to take out my handy dandy cheat sheet here, is we have to allocate those 2 missed shots by Clemens. Okay? So what we do is looking at the rule book here. Is I think we start at the top. Yep. So I'm pretty sure what we're going to do is, for stat purposes, is we start at the top. So this guy, we're going to take one of his misses and give it here, and one of his misses and give it here. Again, so now I've allocated those misses. Now, I could be wrong. I think I read that. That's how you do it. And you would start with the points at the top, too. I might have done that wrong. I'll go back and double check the rule book. But I think that's how you allocate the shots. Just go right down the line here. I'm pretty sure that's how it's done. If it's not, then I will follow up with a video in the future correcting that. So, but again, it's just for stats. It's really not affecting the score of the game. It's just for stats. So let's roll the fourth quarter now. They're hanging in there, 85 to 80. And let's roll a 2-4. So that's 6 points. Got to make sure my math is right. I've already made 2 math mistakes in this one. So a 2-4 for the Lakers. McMillian is 0 for 1. A 2-4. Goodrich, 3 for 4. So 3 for 4. And then finally in column 2-4, Chamberlain is 0 for 2 from the free throw line. So 0 for 2 from the free throw line. So that's 91. 22, that's not how you're going to get back in the game. We got to subtract 2. Not how you're going to do it. Kaufman, 0 for 3. And then Chambers is 2 for 2, but he's going to be 1 for 2. So I don't have a Chambers on my list, so he'll go down here. So Chambers will be 1 for 2 because I have to subtract that. And then for free throws, Hummer is 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Down to our last couple of rolls here. 36. That's 9 points. That's pretty good. 36. Erickson is 0 for 3. McMillian is 3 for 5. 3 for 5. And then the final one is West, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. So 3 for 4 from the free throw line. And is there anybody else in column 3, 6? Riley and West with some rebounds and assists that I don't keep track of. 2-5 over here. Oh, they're falling behind again. 7 points. So, let's see. Yeah, they're trailing 189. It's not looking good for the Braves at home. The Braves, they fought bravely, but they're going to fall. So 2-5. E. Bryant is 1 for 3. So he's 1 for 3. E. Smith is 2 for 2. And then lastly, in column 2-5, E. Bryant is 1 for 1. So 100 to 89. Anybody else in that column that sticks out? Nope, not for points. So we're going to roll our last couple of rolls. 14 for the Lakers. Good enough for 5 points. West is 0 for 1. Goodrich is 2 for 3. And Ellis is 1 for 2 from the line. And I think that's about it. And 1-3 over here, not a good roll at all. It's 4 points, so I think they're going to fall short here at home to the Lakers. So we look at 1-3. Hoskett is 0 for 1. R. Smith is 2 for 3. So R. Smith is 2 for 3. And then Kaufman is 1 for 1 from the line. And our final roll of the game. Oh, I messed up again somewhere. 4. Oh, I did another math error. I'm not going to worry about it right now. So somewhere along the line, I'm putting something wrong over here. So that's just my area. I'm just going to roll the last one here because I'm just messing up with my numbers right now. 6-5, so they're going to croak them here with 11 points. 6-5, Goodrich 1 for 4. 1 for 4. Chamberlain 3 for 3. 3 for 5. Hairston 3 for 4 from the line. 3 for 4 from the line. That gets in the 116. Over here, I keep messing up on the Braves. Why is it just the Braves I mess up on? Oh, somewhere my math is just terrible over here. But I was close. So, but anyway, you get the idea how it's done. So let's do the final here. 3-5. 8 points. So let's go to 3-5. Warner is 2 for 3. So we'll have to allocate that. Hilton 2 for 2. And then from the free throw line on 3-5 for our final stat is nobody. So somehow I put a basket instead of a free throw over here, so that's why this is off. My error, not the game's error. It's trying to do this and stream it and go over everything it can be kind of confusing. So that's my error. So the final score is 116 to 101 is what it's going to be. Let's allocate the points here. So we need to go, we're going to give him 1. So he's going to be 4 for 10. And then the next guy will be 8 for 10. And then the next guy will be 4 for 5. And then we need to have a couple of misses here. So we got a 12 and a 14. And I'm pretty sure that's how it goes as far as allocating points. I might have made mistakes of that, but you get the idea of it. So anyway, I need to get rid of this now. So, again, I have a 1 point error here I made in the fourth quarter. If I go back, I would probably find that I put something wrong somewhere. But anyway, you get the idea. So that's how you play this here. I will get better as this goes on. I'm still learning this myself, but I've made a couple of mistakes with the math, putting me in the wrong numbers or whatever, but that's my fault. The game is really not hard. It's just me. So that's a quick game between the Lakers and the Buffalo Braves here on Dave's Classic Rewind. I really enjoyed it. I really do. I like this game. The more I play, the better I will get. For me, adding in the points, I'm always overthinking it, so I probably typed in a wrong number somewhere. And again, it's when you're streaming, it's a little more difficult than it is if you were just playing by yourself. So, anyway, so that's another look at regular season basketball. I do like this game. I'm looking forward to playing more. And at some point, I will keep full stats, but for right now, I'm just gonna keep the points for the players. So let's take a look at our players, how they did. So, total points. So yeah, McMillian, he had 29, so he led the Lakers, tied with Goodrich, who had 29. Chamberlain only 7 points. I was surprised. He only had 7 points. Robinson and West 16 and 15, not too bad. Over here, E. Smith. He was the hero for the Braves, 23 points. R. Smith had 16 points, and Kaufman and Hilton each had 14. And the Braves, played valiantly. They only trailed by 1 at the half, but they ended up falling by 15 points, to the Lakers at home. So I'm Dave. I hope you liked this video. Please forgive the mistakes I made in this game. That was just me making mistakes, entering them on the score sheet. So if you were playing by yourself, you probably wouldn't make these mistakes that I did because I'm a dummy. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really enjoy this game. And catch you next time. Bye-bye.